Hello, dear little cute learners. How are you all? I hope you all are healthy and doing well. So, students, I'm your mathematics educator again here with a new chapter. So, today we have chapter number 8, which is geometry. So, students, today we are going to learn about geometry. Geometry means when we learn about the different shapes, different lines, parallel lines, intersecting lines. So, let's get started. First, straight and curved line. So first of all, we have to understand about the straight and curved line. So I hope so when we uh, hear this word straight, so we can understand what does mean. This is your straight line. When you create a straight line like this, okay. Next we have curved line. Curved line means when our lines have the curve like this. So these are the curved lines. So this is your straight and curved lines. Now we are going to move forward where we have a line. Now what is the difference between a straight line and a line? So almost both are similar, but a line can be extended in both directions, and this is shown by the two arrows in two directions. So it means that when we have a line, so we can extend it in both directions with the help of two arrows. So if you are able to see this and this, these are the both two arrows, we can extend this line further more. Next, a line segment has two fixed endpoints. It is a part of straight line. AB is a line segment with endpoints A and B. It means that when we have a straight line but with a starting point and a ending point. So this is called your line segment. So first we read about straight line, curved line. Then we move forward in straight line when we have a line and a line segment. Can be extended in both direction, but line segment cannot. Okay. Now parallel lines. Lines which never meet are known as parallel lines. So this is the example of parallel lines. So these two lines, if I extended these two lines furthermore, to there will be no any intersection point in this. They could be extended infinitely and never intersect each other. Now what does mean by intersect each other? So we can understand this in intersecting line. If we are able to see these two your lines you having, and now both are crossing each other, right? Line PN and line LM are intersecting each other. It means when two lines are crossing each other, you can say you can also say that overpass each other. It means it is the example of the intersecting lines, and parallel lines never intersect each other. Open and closed curves. So look at the following figures. They are called closed figures. So if you see, we have a square and a rectangle. Closed figure means, first we are read about the closed figure. Okay, when we start our pencil from a single point and continue it and end with the at the same point, it means it is a kind of closed figure. The starting and ending point both are same. For example, take your pencil and trace this line. This is your starting point, and now start tracing. So what you see here, okay, when you start tracing it, your starting and ending point both are same. So this is the example of the closed figure. Whenever we have a starting and ending point same in the closed figures, these are your polygons as well. Now look at some open figures. They do not begin and end at the same point. So in this, what we see, the starting point and the ending point both are different, so it means it is a open figure. You are all familiar with the basic geometrical shapes. So these are the basic geometrical shapes. We have triangle, square, rectangle and circle. Now we are going to learn about what are the different properties we have related to these different polygon. But first of all, we have to understand what does mean by polygon. A closed plane figure form only with the line segments, it's called a polygon. So when we have a closed figure which is formed by the only line segment, that it's called your polygon. A triangle, a square, a rectangle, all are polygons. The line segments forming a polygon are called its sides. It means these all are the examples of your polygons. These are called your sides, and these corners called your, You can also say corners, and you can also say in mathematics language, which is vertex. Okay, and this is your side. Next we have differentiate kind of quadrilaterals. Now, what do you understand by quadrilateral? A polygon with four sides and four vertices, it's called as a quadrilateral. It means that when a polygon having four sides and four vertices, then it is known as quadrilateral. So these are the examples of your quadrilateral: square, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus, and trapezium. So these are the example of your quadrilaterals, and if you see, all these figures have four sides and four corners. Description of basic shapes. Now we are going to learn in deep about the polygons. We have, first of all, we are discussing about the triangles. So these three are your corners, and you can also say vertex. These sides, 1, 2, and 3 sides. Next we have square, A, B, C, D. These are your vertices and AB, BC, CD, AD. These are your sides. Similar in rectangle, again four vertices we have A, B, C, D, and four sides as well: AB, BC, CD, AD. In circle, we have no vertex and no sides. Now we move forward to the exercise 8A. So all of you, are you excited? Let's get started. Given below are some line segments, measure their length and write in the blank. So what you have to do, you have to take your ruler and measure these lines, and then write the measurement of that particular in the blanks. Now draw line segments of the lengths given below. So these are the measurements you have. You have to make a line with these measurements and draw in your notebook. Which of the following pairs of lines are intersecting and which are parallel? So the lines which are crossing each other, those are intersecting lines. Otherwise, left are your parallel lines. So these are crossing each other. It means it is a intersecting line. It is a parallel line. Okay. So similarly, you can identify in further two figures as well. Count the close and open figures given below. So you have to now count how many closed figures you have and how many open figures you have. You all already understood about what is the difference between closed and open figures, so you can easily classify. Look at the figure given below alongside and filling the blank. So it has dashed circles. In this picture, you have to tell me how many circles are there, how many triangles are there, how many rectangles are there. So first question is about circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So total we have 9 circles. So in same way, you have to first count the different shapes and then write their number in the blanks. Answer the following question. Can a rectangle have all sides equal in length? Is it possible? Can a rectangle have all equal sides in length? If it is, then it will become a square. So it's not possible. So we simply say no. So in similar way, you have to check out your properties of the different basic shapes, and according to that, you have to tell the yes or no in this question. Okay. Now know your skills. So it's time to evaluate yourself. Solid shapes. So till now we are study about only the 2D shapes, which we call plane figure as well. Now we are talking about the 3D shape, which means three-dimensional shapes, or you can also say solid shapes. We have many shapes that you see around you are not plane figures but solid figures. Some solid shapes are given below. So these are the examples of solid figures. We have cube, cuboid, cylinder, cone, sphere. These are the examples we have of different 3D shapes. Solids can have two types of surface: plane surface and curved surface. So in 2D shape, what we understand that in 2D shape only we have plane surface, but in 3D shapes we have plane surface as well as curved surface. Now in a solid shape, face is the surface of the solid and edge is formed when two surface or faces meet. A corner or vertex is the point where their three edges meet. So in this, what we understand, we have three new things. Two are similar, but okay, three. First, face, second, edge, and third is corner. So corner is familiar as we have in 2D shapes. Now we have two different things, face and edge. So right now I'm a 3D shape and I'm standing in front of you. So this is my face, right? So I have a front view, I have a side view, and I also have a back view. So this is your faces. Okay. Next, your edges. When the sides are, wait, an edge is formed when two surface or faces meet. So when two surface or faces meet, then our edges form. So I hope so this is clear to you. Now let's compare a cube and cuboid. So when we have a cube and cuboid, so how can we differentiate between these two? In cube, the difference between the two is that in a cuboid, the opposite faces are identical. Only opposite faces are identical. But in cube, all faces are identical. So this is the common difference between cube and cuboid. One more difference is this, कि cuboid having rectangles and cube have all squares. Let's compare a cone, a cylinder, and a sphere. So now we have to compare a cone, sphere, and cylinder. So in cone, we have curved surface and flat surface. Okay. In sphere, we only have curved surface, not no flat surface. Okay. And in cylinder, we have curved as well as flat surface. So what is the similarities between these two? Okay, all three having curved face, but only sphere not having a flat surface, otherwise cone and cylinder having it. The following table summarizes the number of faces, vertices and edges of the solid shape. So students and dear learners, what you have to do, you have to learn this table, because in your further exercise we have different questions related to only this table. So if you are understand this table very well, then you can tell the answer of those questions. Now we are talking about the tessellation. What does mean by tessellation? We often see many different types of designs and floors, pavements and walls. These patterns have shapes that fit together. Not all the shapes fit together tile, but when they do, we say they tessellate. So tessellation means different designs of a floor. So the following shapes will fit together or tile. So these are the shapes we have to form a tessellation without any gap. So other common shapes generally used for tiling. So these one and these one are the examples of the tessellation. Now, which kind of shapes we have to avoid? These are the shapes which we have to avoid because they will be gaps in the pattern. They provide gaps in the pattern which we have to avoid. Now, triangular tiles that fit together. So this is an example of triangular pattern. This is an example of a square pattern, diamond pattern. Okay. Now it is your 10 gram. Look carefully at the figure shown. You will see that it is made of different shapes. This pattern is called a 10 gram. So this is your image of 10 gram. And if you see clearly in this, what we are doing, we are using different shapes to make a design, right? This is called your 10 gram. And how can you make your 10 gram? You have to collect these things and you can follow these steps, and then you are also able to make your 10 gram. Okay. So you can do this activity in your home. Now reading simple maps. So first of all, we have to understand what is a map. So when we locate something on a page or on a paper, so that is called your map. Usually it is drawn smaller than its real size in order to draw it on a paper. Map can be drawn just to show important landmarks without using any scale. And if a map is drawn to scale, we can tell the actual size of everything. So this is your image of the map. You can read it and you can also analyze it. Now exercise 8b. Does a cuboid have any curved surface? So cuboid having any curved surface? No. Next, are all the edges of a cuboid equal? No. So in the same way, you have to write the answer for rest of the questions. Okay. Match the given object with their shapes. So students, this is very easy exercise. You having very easy question. So what you have to do, try to do it yourself. I give you example. This is your sphere. So you just have to match like this. So you can easily do this. So just complete it yourself. Now worksheet. So this is the worksheet you are having, in which you have to do. We have questions, different questions in a different exercise. This is the combination of the questions. So you can simply solve it if you are solving your exercises. So solve it. All, see the questions. All the sides of a square are equal. So you already learned this in your above section. So you can easily answer this question. After this worksheet, you are having your mathematics lab activity, which you have to perform in your maths lab. After that, your chapter is ends here. I hope so you like this chapter. Now I'll meet you in your next class with a new chapter. Till that, bye bye. Have a good day.